back to News Geelong on yet another cold winter's evening. Project Mania is passionately driven by the Cotton On team to create sustainable change in the environment and lives of those in need, supporting the village of Mania with funding for health, education, infrastructure and sustainability. Geelong advertiser photographer Alison Wind will exhibit a collection of powerful images at the Geelong Gallery soon, titled Me, Photo Uganda. Meryl Friend reports.
We're outside the Geelong Advertiser in Ryrie Street, where we've just been able to have a chat with Geelong Advertiser photographer Alison Wind. She's been over to Uganda with the support of the Cotton On Foundation to get some images of their wonderful community over there, and she's got an exhibition at the Geelong Gallery for the month of August.
In November last year, I was chosen to join the Cotton On Foundation staff members to travel to Uganda and see the wonderful work they've been doing in a little village there called Mania. So I joined 15 Cotton On staff members and 2 Geelong footballers, Brad Ottens and Tom Lonigan, and off we went on the 35-hour journey. It was a pretty amazing trip, living amongst the villages with no running water, no power and not much food.
And so what was the experience like for you personally?
It was really a life-changing experience. I mean, that term gets bandied around quite a lot, but it really was amazing. And when I came back, I had to produce an 8-page lift-out for the Geelong Advertiser, and after all that was done and dusted, I felt like I could do more and give more back to the villagers because they had made such an impact on me.
And so this exhibition, when's it on?
It starts the first Saturday in August and runs for the whole month. So I've chosen about 20 images from the 2,000 that I took during the trip. And I've chosen a combination of sort of happy and heart-wrenching photos because the people of Mania are really genuinely happy people, but they just live in absolute squalor, the most desperate poverty you could imagine.
You know, it started probably around 4 years ago when there was a Christian brother looking for a really good project in Uganda and came back, with this little village called Mania, and it's basically dubbed Mission Impossible back then. Spoke to the guys at St Bernard's Parish here in Geelong, and they, did a lot of fundraising and have been involved, from the early days. And then our owner of Cotton On, Nigel Austin, had his son baptised there, and Father Peter at the time hit him up for a donation, and started off with a $10,000 donation and has sort of kicked on from there. But we've been, like I said, involved for almost 4 years, to date I think it's around the $2.5 million mark that we've sort of generated. So they can get you not a lot over here, but over there can rebuild a village, so it's pretty amazing.
So what sort of things have been put in place?
Well, what we do is we focus on what we call the 4 pillars. It's healthcare, education, infrastructure and sustainability. So, we put in line a whole lot of different projects underneath those pillars, and then have consultants that work with the people on the ground and make sure they're making the right decisions, and that we're actually getting a lot of development out of it. So, everything from schools to medical centres, and then we talk about sustainable projects. And actually, at the moment we've got a coffee plantation which is generating income, or will be generating income, piggery, a chicken pen, and different things that will actually bring money into the community, so the Cotton On Foundation doesn't have to hand out for the remainder of the time. So, yeah.
From Ryrie Street, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. A design competition has given St Therese Primary School students at Torquay an opportunity to actively contribute to the Free Surf Coast of Plastic Bags campaign. Debbie Meaney reports.
A wave of support is building here in Torquay with the plastic bag-free campaign taking place. I spoke with Monica Butler, who's come up with the idea, and Alexis Ambeek, who's designed a great Hessian bag along with Gander for the campaign. Alexis, you love drawing. I noticed that you've done a great drawing on the plastic bag-free design. Where did you get that idea from?
Well, I got it from the garden because the plastic bag free Torquay things like for the environment. So.
And you love drawing. Is that something that you hope to do in the future? Tell me about what your plans are with drawing.
Well, to open up a shop and sell like paintings and stuff like that.
You won some prizes from doing this design. What did you end up getting, darling?
Well, I got a $100 gift voucher from Gander.
What we're trying to do is to ban single-use plastic bags for Torquay and Jan Juck. So we're just talking about the bags that you get at the cash register at the point of sale, and we're hoping that people will use reusable bags or even just carry the things in their arms rather than use these bags that wind up in the environment and harming our animals and in the marine life, and they take about 1,000 years to break down, so we're really just trying to eradicate the use of those bags.
In Torquay, this is Debbie Meaney for News Geelong.
Favour seminar at Cardinia Heights Centre is aimed at educating students about body image, self-esteem and healthy eating habits to impact on years 7 to 10 students of the greater community, as Meryl Friend reports.
We're at the Cardinia Heights Centre and it is the Favour Conference for teenage girls between the age of 13 to 17, and Anna Wright has put this together and the response has been phenomenal. Girls are learning about all sorts of areas of their lives and having a great time in the meantime.
A few years ago I went through a really difficult time of bullying, a few really bad relationships, as well as a lot of self-esteem issues that caused days of not eating and then days of overeating. And through that, I always just had this passion that I wanted to help other girls with the issues that I had to face. So I'm now at Covenant College and we complete a course called Venomorphos, which is Cert 3 in Christian Ministries and Theology. And through that we have to do a mission that goes over 24 hours. So as a group we've discussed it and we all just said that year 7 to 10 was a time that we all really struggled with those issues as well. And we wanted to put on a conference that then we get to use our knowledge to be able to equip and help other girls.
The girls actually get to choose an elective, so they can do dance, they can do boxing, they can do art therapy, they can do beauty, or they can do singing. And we've had an amazing group of women who have actually donated their time. So everything from our art, the lady who's running our art is actually an art therapist, a master's in art therapy, and she's actually running that. She works for community counselling. We've got some wonderful people from the community. Debbie Moore, who runs her own Full Circle in Shannon Avenue, who's donated her time in the boxing and fitness elective, and the hairdressers even have donated their time. So we've been really rapt to see how they've donated and given into the lives of girls. We also have activities all through the lunch breaks where they can do banners, make banners, or they can get their nails painted, or foot spas, or there's been so much things that others have donated of their time. A whole group of women have donated a great big, a lot of food, chocolate feast, and so morning tea has been a whole lot of women who from this community have donated everything from muffins to it's just been incredible actually.
From the Cardinia Heights Centre, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. This is News Geelong Friday edition as we go to a break and we're back with the world of sport and weather after this.